Good evening. Hello, everybody, friends, family, loved ones, and America. It is Monday, February 21st, 2011. Happy President's Day to everyone. And on that note, start off with a quote from the third President of the United States, Mr. Thomas Jefferson. It says, "All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people to remain silent." And that's exactly what the establishment wants everyone to do here in America is sit down, be quiet, and let us handle things. I'm not of that same opinion. In which I'll get into my subject for tonight, which is peace of mind. Peace of mind that preparedness will give you. Everybody might have noticed over the last couple of weeks how gas prices are starting to climb. Basically, that's from the stabilization of the Middle East. That's where we get our oil and our crude oil, and which produces gasoline. And that's why we shouldn't be so dependent on foreign oil, because we do have it here in the States. It's just yet to be tapped and drilled and produced. But last video I went over food preps, defense, first aid, emergency preps, and also network preps. I wanted to give you a quick excerpt on network preps. Like-minded individuals with value-added skill sets. Everyone needs these types of people around. Like-minded people. There's safety in numbers. I mean, that saying didn't come around just out of thin air. More people that you have, again, with value-added skills, the safer you'll probably be, as well as more comfortable you'll feel when mayhem releases itself upon American soil. I figure go ahead and interview family and friends. Family first, obviously. We all have our friends and loved ones that we care dearly about and wouldn't want to see anything happen to. So why not talk to them first? Now, who's with you, who's not with you? I'm sure that everyone has experienced family members who might have done them wrong, but still, you can't count those people out. Talk to them, plant seeds in their head, ask them, what would you do if it happened to you? And brainstorm with them and see who is more adept or more apt to a like mind such as yours. Are they willing to prepare also? Are these people willing to kind of go out on a limb when people think that it's not popular, or you might be crazy, or this, that, and the other? Are they willing to sacrifice a little bit for in the long run to gain a lot? What skills do these people bring to the table? I'm sure that most people have military or ex-military friends and family. Sure that you have people who know about automotive and mechanical type things. That handyman who's able to fix anything around the house. I call those MacGyvers. People like that. More people you have with skills, try to incorporate them in your preparation. What resources do you have? Do you know anybody who specializes in firearms? Do you know anyone who specializes in cooking? Do you know anyone who specializes in salesman type tactics? You know anyone who is excellent at blending in? Because that's going to be a major key, because when a lot of people are out there starving to death, hey, you have to have the ability to blend in. And this right here might help me a little bit because it looks a little ragged, Genuinely, do you even like these people? Do you think that if you had to bug in or even bug out in a certain situation, can you stand being around these people for extended periods of time? Who knows? They say that when you're going through a difficult situation, it can either bring out the best in people or it can bring out the worst in people. Definitely consider those types of things when you're networking with others, building a group where you might find safety in. Also, if you look at the bottom of my channel's page, you'll see that I've gone and subscribed to a variety of different pages. Different people with different skill sets. Some with guns. Some which shows you how to store food. And it's good to know that you're not alone in your thinking. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. There's people who have been preparing, especially a lot of our elder statesmen have been preparing for decades. Learn from them. Me personally, I'm brand new at this. Just in November, and me and my fiance started our preparedness. So what do? We find other resources, people who have done it for a longer period of time, and decided to use their information. Why not? You know, this is the information age. Why not use it to your advantage? Continue learning new skills. Just recently, I began learning how to shoot different firearms, which is be valuable. I want to find someone that I know who's experienced in hunting. Excellent skill to have, especially here as well as, I mean, anywhere in the United States where you can hunt wild game. And that's another thing that will contribute to your stores in an emergency situation. And last but not least, start as soon as possible. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do, breaking out of that shell of comfortability, but start as soon as possible. And that's just going to the store. If you see a deal, pick up an extra couple cans here. A lot of people are on limited budgets. I know I am. I'm supporting two right now. And hey, on a limited budget, I've been able to amass some weapons. Quite frankly, close to 1,000 pounds worth of food at this point in time, enough for 12 people. Does that mean I'm gonna welcome everybody into my house? Absolutely not, because you don't come over here empty-handed. Guaranteed, you'll be turned away. But the point is work out a game plan for yourself. Therefore, you know what you're doing going forward and amassing those resources that you need to survive. The worst type of people that I've come across are people who are fake aware folks. People who, yeah, I know something's going on, I know something's going wrong, but they're not willing to go out on a limb and do something about it. Fake awareness. It's almost as bad as being a fake Christian. Yeah, I believe in God, but all your actions say that you don't. Very something that you want to stray away from, but you can't give up on these types of people in the same right, because who knows when the Almighty will open their eyes. That's really it for this evening. Don't be discouraged by doubters. We've all heard that saying, doubting Thomas type folks, because most people don't want to believe that their government could possibly put them in this situation. Me personally, I don't put anything past anybody. You know, I've had experiences within my own family where they've turned around and just not been what I expected them to be. So don't put anything past anybody. But hey, you know, if you have doubters out there, it's best to show them evidence, best to just talk to them, and over time they should come around, even though time is running short these days. Just so you know, your friends and family might poke fun at you. I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. Some very close to me, some who I just consider acquaintances. But quite frankly, hey, if you be the first one knocking on the door, I can guarantee you that. Also, it's still awful rude that you would expect me to secure unbelievable. Excuse me. It's just awful rude that someone else who you've tried talking to and just tried planting seeds with might say to you, hey, you know, I'm coming over your place, but has nothing. Don't let someone put you in that type of position. Again, take a look at some of the subscriptions at the bottom of the channel page, and take a look at some of their links. Check out Alex Jones. Check out Brooklyn Prepper. Check out Nurse, the prepping nurse out there. Black Patriot, Ron Paul channel. Get behind people who actually have your best interest in mind in keeping this country as a republic like it's intended to be, for the people, by the people. All right, and remember, it's not comfortable to go out on a limb for your belief, but it always pays dividends. Get with like-minded people. Just start discussion. My major point in this is to start discussion within the black communities, because I really feel that for some reason we have been led astray to the point where we're dependent, and we shouldn't be dependent on anyone, because that's just not in our bloodlines to be dependent on someone. We should all be self-reliant, therefore we can help our communities as a whole. Afro Pepper, happy President's Day, and I'm out.